What was that? I have no idea. We're telling your followers that first of all, you're not followers. You're viewers, subscribers, potentially friends. But thank you so much. All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. I have an appointment, so it's got to be a quickie, you know. Anyway, I think today is May 18th. Happy birthday, Sashni Pop. Happy birthday. Yay! I will not reveal your age. It's the same age as mine, but God bless, girl. I love you. I hope you have a phenomenal, fantastic day. Happy birthday, Sa. Gotta send you a text. Now I remember. That's what. May 18th is very special. It's my friend's birthday. I think she's the first one of us to turn, like we have a group of friends from high school, you know, the cafeteria table, we would all sit together. And she's the first one to turn the next age. Like her birthday comes to first. So, Miss Taurus, happy birthday. Hi guys, what's up? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Today is Tuesday. The moon is in Leo. For spiritual insight, wear labradorite. I love labradorite. It's one of my favorites. It's got this smoky kind of gray exterior, but it, you know, in the light, there's these beautiful, like almost aurora borealis kind of reflections in it. It's one of my favorite stones. I really love it. So there you go. Hi. Oh my God, I'm so glad you could join. For spiritual insight, wear labradorite. For spiritual insight, wear labradorite. Okay, listen. I'm a poet. I didn't know. It's not even my own words. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, you're up. Scorpio, we gotta talk. About 3 weeks ago, YouTube decided to demonetize or diminish monetize one of your videos. I think it was a video called Exit. I'm not sure. I'll check. But it was about 3 weeks ago. And ever since that point, the Scorpio views have been heading downward. For months, Scorpio's always over 20,000 views, and now it's under. And it's ever since they demonetized one of my videos saying that I said things that I did not say or that I swore too much. And what I'm going to do now is frame by frame, minute by minute, write down what exactly it is I said based on their guidelines. They say they've checked it twice and that, that they're right and I'm wrong. But ever since this demonetization of the Scorpio video, suddenly my Scorpio views are going down, which means they're not recommending my Scorpio videos as much. That's what it means. Because I don't see, in terms of your input and your feedback, I don't see anything as being less enthusiastic or different about the videos. And it really makes me sick to my stomach because as soon as I have this explosion of, you know, other support from Gemini, from Libra, from Cancer, even from Taurus and Pisces, like they're all over 1,000 views now. And right when I'm having that explosion, somehow they find a way to demonetize my biggest view center and fuck me up. So just so that you know, the Scorpio video is absolutely out, and so is Libra, and so is Sagittarius. All of the readings were off the hook, and I have to say, especially Scorpio, not to like get you to give me money, but the extended was off the fucking hook. It was amazing. It really ties in really nicely. It's kind of a full reading, right? The two of them together. So it's really important to watch them together, but this is a really important one to watch together. So, but anyway, I have to find out, and that's what I have to do. I have to take time to go back to that Scorpio video and prove that they don't have a right to fuck me that way. But it's anyway, I don't want to get into the conspiracy theory mindset, but it's like, it's too much. It's just too much. It's like, can you let me succeed? No. There always seems to be some reason why they gotta like suck me back. It's, you know, if I could find another platform, I would, but it still does. I don't know. Anyway, I'm upset about that, and I wanted to announce so that you guys know, so there's no circumvention, that circumnavigation. So there's no way around this. That you know, Scorpio, you are up. Sagittarius, you are up. Libra, you are up. The Libra reading was beyond amazing. So if you're Libras, there's really beautiful news. Just balance. I think it's balance in general is winning. And that's what I feel, that's what I'm picking up on. Things are rebalancing themselves. So we start off with the moon. Maroon is the color of the day as defined by or as designated by the Witch's Date book. And then first quarter of the moon in Leo. All right, let's go, guys. Oh, and Gemini season's coming up real soon. Gemini season comes up on the 20th, on Thursday, around the afternoon. So let's get into your reading. This is a daily tarot card reading for everybody. So it's not just for, hey guys, love Labradorite too. I do. I mean, it's like one of my favorites. That and watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline just happens to be my favorite. I don't know if it's a gemstone or if it's just a crystal. So we start out poverty. We start out a big hit to money, big hit to finances, loss to finances, really having money troubles, really having difficulty, really interesting energy to start the day off with. You remember, this could also be a feeling, right? And then we have Six of Swords, which is being able to move on from or move away from some kind of burden. That's good because don't we all love to move away from financial stress and financial burden? So hopefully we'll be able to move on from it. But remember, it's a mindset. So Six of Swords is a mindset. And then we have the Five of Cups here, which is looking back at what's wrong or what we've lost. And instead, finding some hope in the future. In other words, you know, this is more like, yes, you've lost something, but you've also gained something. So a little bit more of a reminder on the gain. What have you gained? What have we gained? A new idea, new inspiration, a fire under our asses to get going. Yeah, okay, because that's the Ace of Wands. Beautiful inspiration. Kind of divine inspiration. But there's blockages. Of course, can we stop with the blockages? Enough. But these are challenges that you can overcome and you will overcome. There are blockages that are basically bullshit. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is prosperity coming in, maybe looking in a different direction, learning something new. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is just getting shit done, ripping it up, not even giving a fuck, just moving forward. And then we have the Two of Wands. This is weird. All these wands. This is passion. This is desire. This is momentum forward. Making connections, networking. Making connections, networking. And then we have the Three of Swords in reverse, which is not necessarily healing, but there's just anxiety. It's almost like we're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves to get things done quickly. We may be thinking of jumping into situations that we're not ready for because we're so anxious to get the fuck out of this discomfort that we're feeling. Also, maybe jumping to conclusions, making decisions that are actually not based on truth, they're just based on fear. If you watch the weekly astrology forecast, and if you haven't, please do. Please watch the weekly astrology forecast on Astrology Motivation. That's my second YouTube channel. Monday and Tuesday were going to be rough days. There just is. This is going to be like wonky days. That's all. The best I can explain it, wonky. And then we have the Six of Cups, which is kind of like looking back on the past. Sometimes it's a little too nostalgic. And then we have looking at our fears, and then we have facing our fears and realizing we're ready to move forward. We want to get out of or get rid of. Kisses up. What is this? Oh, honey. Oh, thank you, Bobbies. I love you. I love you. No, you don't get the vitamin D tab. The fuck? Oh my goodness, you don't need that. It's a kisses. She got her hair cut. Anyway, you don't, okay, so the message is relatively simple. Instead of overreact, yes, times are hard, times are rough. And when times are rough, there is this sense of, there is a tendency to overreact because we want to release the bad feeling that we have when times are tough. So there's a time to be overreactionary and maybe create scenarios in your head to try to explain things and like conspiracy theories, whatever, that's my go-to, right? As I just open up with my YouTube rant, but it's true. Like we want the solution, we want the answer, we want the answer, and we want it so quick. We're not necessarily really looking and investigating. So what these cards are reminding you is to find a place of calm, to find a place of serenity, to find things that you can go back to that make you feel secure, that make you feel safe and protected, and remind you of your blessings. Get into that frame of mind of gratitude, and then bravely look at your fears. Look at your fears so that you can see through them, so that you can realize how you're either holding yourself back or how these thoughts are just causing you more pain, causing you more suffering. It's about really having the courage to look at what is really going on, doing a deeper investigation, looking at something systemically, and instead of letting the fear overwhelm you, because it's possible when we go into fear reaction, things have been going so well, and then all of a sudden, they ain't going so well anymore. So it's a reminder. It's not saying that things aren't going not so good right now. It's not saying that you're making it up in your head. It's saying think rationally, systematically. Usually when this card comes out, there's a good reason for your anxieties. You're anxious, but there's a good reason, right? You trust yourself. Trust what you're feeling. There is something up. But the only way that you can get to the bottom of what's up is to be rational and to think through it in a logical fashion. And that will help you get to the bottom of the issues or the problems that are really causing you any kind of pain. So it's a great day to call in that air energy, even though right now, if you look at the weekly astrology forecast, you'll see there's a grand fire trine. And that's why we have so much fire right now. And grand trines actually make things a little bit more difficult because it's so easy for us to slide into that energy that sometimes we forget all the other energies. And it's almost like we're too passionate right now, but we're not thinking, right? And right now what we need more than anything is our logic. So get yourself into a place where you feel safe, secure. For some of us, it's a building. For some of us, it's with a set of people. For some of us, it's within a project that we can focus on, we're certain of, we're sure of. And that's the place you should get yourself, and then go frame by frame. Take time, be patient, and diligent. Because what this reading is also saying is there is something to be diligent about, and you need to put yourself into a calm state to pick through it and figure out what's going on. It doesn't necessarily mean the conspiracy theories. It could be something you're doing yourself, but that's okay too. Like, where am I spending money? If we're having financial problems, like where am I spending this money? Why am I spending this money? Let me do a frame by frame. This is a time to take stocks, because what this reading is also saying is, even though things are getting a little out of hand, this is a great time to rein it back in, and you still have the ability to do that. It's not out of control. It's not spiraling. There's no tower on the table. There's not even a chariot or even the 8 of wands, which is saying things are moving too fast. It's not. It's moving at a speed where you can catch it now. And that's really good news, because if you really want a solution to your problem, if you look logically and pragmatically at this situation, you will find the solution and you will have plenty of time to reel it back in. So it's a good time for logical confrontation right now. Let's get into your Moonology card. Adjustments are required. So this is Spirit saying, you know what? It's not everything that's happening to you. Sometimes it's happening through you. Either way, you need to make adjustments right now. What adjustments do you need to make? Okay, if we remain with an open heart and open mind and faith in Spirit, that we're not being judged. Spirit isn't judging us. Not saying it. Spirit never once ever said, you fucking stupid bitch. What the fuck? You know, it's not judging you, right? It's trying to guide you. It's connected to your heart. It's trying to guide you to your highest self. So believe me when they say adjustments are required, it's because they want you to succeed, not because they don't want you to keep failing. So there's just this sense of this is a good time to dial it back and figure it out. It's not out of your control. You're not going to be met. I'm not saying it's going to be the most fun day of your life. Taxes were due yesterday. But ultimately, I think that it is a time where you will be able to handle things. And it won't be as bad as you think. This is a time to have integrity, to stand up on your own. This is Virgo energy. It's also to be scheduled, to be practical, to be a little bit more resigned right now and not overly social, but to find your own internal dignity. No, what's wrong with my voice? To find your own internal dignity and stand by your truth. No matter what that means, you know. Kisses, what are you doing? Okay, she's eating a stick. I love you, buddy. I know you. Changes are happening. We got the spring card. We're moving from one. Okay, so this is a transitional period, and you know, transition is always wonky. It's like you're riding on wheels or ice. Transitions are there to trip you up. But they're also to clear space and clear room. Something new is coming in. So this is a time, in other words, Spirit is saying, this is a wonky time. If you feel weird, it's because it's a weird time. Everybody's in a transitional phase. In some aspect of their life, it doesn't mean bad things are happening. It means beautiful things are happening. It just came from the Libra reading. Yes, this is a general reading for all signs. So I hope you enjoyed the Libra reading. It was off the hook. I'm a Libra rising, and I sat there in the Libra reading, and I was just like, the cards just kept getting better, and they continue to get better in the extended. So, yeah, I'm fucking selling. Mama gotta pay rent. Anyway, here we go. We have this time where we're kind of afraid to let go of what was making us feel secure. But it's also saying, well, there's more out there for you, right? So what is not working out, maybe it worked for a while, and that's good. Like, say thank you, be grateful. Say 3 things you're grateful for right now. Right now, it's something that we have to do. Thank you so much, God. I am so grateful for the roof over my head. I'm so grateful for my beautiful dog. I'm so grateful for the food within my refrigerator. I'm so grateful for the air in my lungs. I'm so grateful that I'm fully vaccinated. I'm so grateful for my friends and the good times we have. I'm so grateful that I can pay my tax bill. I'm like, once you start with gratitude, it just keeps going. Like, I could just keep going on. So in this transitional period, it is very important to remember how blessed you are, right? That you're more, and I posted that today, that I get all these inspirational quotes so that I can inspire you. But the one that really drew my attention to the energy today was to remember that you are actually way more blessed than you are burdened. Financial and material changes. You could tell me that. Hello. And I've been seeing 555 everywhere, including one of y'all. Roxy 555. I'm Libra rising as well. Woo woo. Go Libra risings. Guys, just so you know, always watch your rising, your sun, and your moon sign reading. That's how you get a really complete understanding of the energy that you're in right now. So changes are happening. Changes are occurring. Okay. Changes are occurring. All right. We don't know what's going on. Then we have triumph and success. Triumph and success comes with clarity as well as trusting your intuition, not your ego, your intuition, and facing yourself to find a balance. So the cards are kind of confirming something's going on internally more than externally that is making the external kind of wonky and out of balance. So it's important for us to do an inquiry within ourselves, so within, so without, as above, so below, as within, so without. That's the same thing. So what is the imbalance inside that's happening that is really sweets? Overindulgence and isolation. Interesting. Overindulgence in things that aren't really good for you. Overindulgence, it could be literally in things that you're eating. I know that's my problem. But also just overindulgence in things. In other words, when you get in a transitional period, we might go to not our safety zone, but our vices. Because we interpret our vices as our safety zone. Because they give us a rush of pleasure that makes us feel good. And that's what we really want. We want to really feel good really quickly. But that is bad, because all that's going to do is cause an even deeper sense of isolation and loneliness when we succumb to our vices. So our vices and our vices are our fake safety zone. That's what it is. It's like face your shadow self. Realize that those vices are not your safety zone. They're not your asylum. Sometimes your vices are what put you in the real asylum, Your vices are not the same as your safety zone. What are you leaning on too much now just to feel pleasure because you're stressed out with things that you feel you're not in control of? You are in control, right? And the more you succumb to your vices, the less control you actually have. So the price for the devil, the price on your soul is for that little bit of pleasure from those things that are bad for us. I don't care if it's drugs and alcohol. I don't care if it's food, sex. I don't care if it's television. I don't care if it's reading. Some people escape, I'm just going to read another book. Maybe you don't need to read another book. Maybe what you need to do is start writing a book, right? Wherever your vice is for escape, that's not where you need to go right now. And this is saying that we're leaning too much on our vices and not enough on our safety zones, which is those places that actually nurture us and protect us, so that when we're uncomfortable and when our legs are shaky, like the little Bambi character, we can still feel safe and protected being vulnerable. That's where you need to get yourself. Vices don't help you when you're vulnerable. They just make you forget your vulnerabilities and make you weaker. A safety zone is that protective barrier that enables you to be vulnerable and take the time you need, falling down, making mistakes, and getting stronger. That's the difference. Dreams. Believe in your dreams. Exceptional. And Archangel Gabriel's here, messenger of creativity and hope. So there is so fall back on faith and you will find the answers. There's so much creative energy with all these wands today. You will find a way out if you look for it. The solutions are there if you ask, have faith, and look for it. And it's like, believe in your dreams. It's not trying to discourage you from what you want. It's trying to refocus you so that you get what you want. Because right now there's been a lot of distractions. Wow. 2 angels, bada bing, bada boom, I will protect. So you are protected right now. And you will care about and you will care for. And as you protect, so you will be protected. There are people who want to protect you too. That's that safety zone, right? That I care about you. I want you safe. I want you protected. I want you to have the best of everything. You could also be very protective of somebody right now, which I think will reflect the state inside of you, which is if you feel this need to protect, you're also being protected, or you're also welcoming protection in. Calcite, busy times and multitasking. This is very important. I need you guys to hear this. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy, right? Like I said, there's a difference between your safety zone and your escape zone. Why are you keeping yourself so busy? It's good, listen, idle hands are the devil's workshop. It's good to keep busy, but focused busy. Right now, there's a sense of, are you overworking yourself to avoid something that you don't want to face or see? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I can't, I'm so busy. Oh, I just worked 60, 70 hours this week. I'm so busy. It's because the truth is you're avoiding something that you really should be working on. That's the truth. Natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. This is a message of encouragement because you know what? Never, like, right now, our places of vulnerability are really in our face. They're up front. They're just totally in our face. And we need a reminder from people that love us that we're fucking beautiful and that we're worth the investment. And so here's your reminder. You're beautiful and you're worth the investment. You don't have to be perfect all the time. So feel secure in facing your imperfections right now because we don't want to get this out of hand. We don't. Answered prayers. Unicate. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. So God sees how much you want this. The angels see how much you want this. It's a good time to pray and say, I'm scared. I don't know what the next step is. And the creativity will come flowing. Like, face your fear, face your shadow, face what you're really afraid of, and then in facing it, you've opened up the door to solving it. So this is a really good time to get real with ourselves. Poised. We're ready. We're ready. Poised. Ready for success. Okay. You know what, angels? I can't, like, I need all these cards at the last minute. Come on. But here we go. You ready? Yin. It's time to receive. It's not about do nothing. It's about have faith and be strong enough to do what you really need to do, which is do something, which is have faith. How are her legs bending in this? Oh, okay. Have faith. It's time to receive. You're ready. You're ready. There's so much came out. Hold on. Regeneration. It's so beautiful. It's like, yeah. You're ready to make a comeback. Imagine. Imagine. Observer. It's interesting how they both have the moon here. And then we have chop wood, working, but be flexible, right? And then milk and honey, which is just success and abundance and joy. What do all these messages mean? This is the time to work smart, not work hard. Number one. This is the time to allow yourself to be helped and reach out for help if you need it. Stop trying to take all the burdens on yourself. This is the time to show your strength by saying, help me, I need help. And this is also the time to look at what you have imagined in your head. Observe very closely everything you've imagined and figure out why you've imagined it. Figure out why it's important to you. Usually we use our imaginations to escape and make us happy. What kind of rush is your imagination giving you? What do you really want? You know, when you realize, when you're imagining that rom-com scenario in your head, what do you really want? You want connection, right? You want communion with another soul, right? So this is the time to get to our truth. Our truth is very close to us. It's not far away. All we have to do is inquire and ask. And in doing that, just the simple step of help. I need some help right now. The simple step of I need some help right now is going to bring in abundance. The bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups, which is connection. Not a time, I know you feel, when we feel like, especially when money sucks, we feel disconnected, we feel worthless, which is so not true. Right? It's a time to recenter yourself and realize that you have a value that goes way beyond finances. Right? Sometimes, I'll just give you an example personally. I've gotten so down on myself that I have a life insurance policy. I've gotten so down on myself that I'm like, Jesus Christ, if I were dead, it would solve so many problems. I've thought that thought in my head. And then, logically, I look at the situation and I said, your life insurance policy is worth this much money. You make more than that in 2 years' time. You're worth a hell of a lot more alive than you are dead. And that seems cold and shallow, but it's also intellectual and it's also rational. And it's data. So this is like the way that you should use your mind now to cut through those shitty ass emotions. And be like, listen, you may feel worthless right now, but the truth is your value lies in so many more places. When you really add it up, think about it, about what you do for people, about how you make people smile, about how much people would miss you if you're gone. Think about those things. Think about everything before you get so overcome with fear and anxiety that it starts to, like the devil in your head, convince you of things that just are not true. They're not true, right? Fear lies. That's another meme that I love. Fear lies. Don't listen to it. Don't. It lies. It lies to you. So you really are worth so much more than these issues that you're having right now. And I think that a lot of times when we're not making money from something or we don't see a big breakthrough, we're like, well, clearly I'm not worth anything or else people would be valuing me back. But people are valuing you back. People are valuing you back. I just thought of a scene from the Golden Girls. There's an episode where Rose loses her job and she's been looking for work, but because she's older, and it is, there's been studies that are done, it's harder for older people to find work because people don't want to hire them. It's sick, it's sad, but it's true. And she's crying on her bed, and she says something like, nobody wants me around. And Blanche says to her, honey, we want you around. We just can't afford to pay you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's a great line and it's a great joke, but it's like, you are loved. You are loved. There are so many ways that you're being loved. And maybe other people are having financial problems too. And maybe that's something that you can bond about right now. You know, and it may not be just finances. Could be emotional problems. Could be psychological problems. Could be physiological problems. You know, but other people are experiencing those too. Connect with people who, talk. Say, I'm afraid, this is what I'm feeling. And as soon as you say it, I'm sure you're going to get the response, oh my God, I'm going through that too. Oh my God, don't feel that way. We definitely want you around us. We don't see you it's that getting stuck in your head that really fucks you. And that's what we want to get ourselves out of. And that first step is using some sort of intellect or rationale to make us realize how irrational we're being. That's one thing I had trouble accepting because the music I put out doesn't get traction I wanted, but I'm learning to be content with my current state. I don't know if content is the right place to be. I think joy is the right place to be because content limits you. It's not about content. You're still trying to convince yourself that things are okay when you don't feel that way. How do you get yourself to really feel that way? Ask your question, do I love my music? Do I love it? Because if I really love it and I really believe in it, then I don't need one view and a million views are the same. Maybe I gotta work a job that I don't like because things aren't paying the bills right now. But that's okay because I have my music and I know that I'm more than that. It's about finding a way to get yourself back to joy, not just contentment, because you do want to welcome in the abundance. And you only welcome in the abundance if you are in a state of abundance. So you realize, holy shit, I'm so blessed, and I'm so blessed to be able to make this music, to have this talent, to have the joy that I experience when I make it. Remember, if it's constantly about the validation and the feedback, then maybe you're not as in love with what you do as you think you are. Or if you are, then remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that I do this for me, to be happy and joyous, to feel joy. I mean, if there are just output problems, then you can ask for help. Like, don't be content with shit. Be like, no, I know my music deserves more views. I know it deserves more plays. So now I got to look into marketing strategies, pulling in the people who can help me get my shit out there more. I did that last year and it revolutionized my channel. Like at some point we got to stop being content and be like, fuck this shit. I don't deserve 10 views. I deserved 100,000 views. So I ask for help. Be like, I don't know how to get myself out there. I know how to make music, but I don't know how to get myself out there. That's somebody else's talent. Let me combine myself with somebody else's talent. They can help me. Go ask for help. Google marketing or digital strategies, or you can hire consultants, or maybe ask one of your friends. There's so many different ways, but just don't content yourself. Be like, if there's a problem and I don't know how to fix it, maybe I got to ask outside of myself to have people help me fix it. I got to get off. I got to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through the rest of the angel cards. Archangel Raphael is here. We have Archangel Gabriel, which means that those are two angels for you to really be able to pray to right now in times of stress. Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Yay! And then we have Think Global. You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. That's take the world into your heart. Take more people into your heart. Maybe you need to, ask for help. Take more people in. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. Protection. So you're protected, you're safe. You're safer than you feel right now because you're more loved than you're letting yourself acknowledge right now. Archangel Michael is also here. You have Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. What? The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires after you ask for help. After you acknowledge you shouldn't be doing this all alone. You shouldn't be overburdening yourself with all your work. You should ask for advice. When you don't know the answer, I guarantee there's another human that does. Peace. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. Love is what? It's connection. So if we remember our connection, remember connectivity, and that we don't have to do it all alone. All those fucking pop star artists that are rich and famous, that you think they do shit all on their own? No. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do this all on your own. It's okay to not know something. It's not okay to not admit you don't know it and put the pressure on yourself to figure it out. Learn, no. Ask for help. Ask for help and you'll see the abundance pour in. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so grateful for your presence every single daily. I gotta go, but I will definitely be back on tomorrow. I hope you watch and check out the Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius video. I love you guys.